What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Here we are, back again. Day 2. Yeah, I had the sound still going in my headphones there. I had to turn it down manually because we're not prepared. We're not prepared. I'm just starting to do this again. That's the truth. Haven't been streaming in years. And everything has to start from scratch. That means starting... Should I have the music down on, like, at least a little bit low while I'm talking? I don't know. I have ADD. I don't know if you can tell. There we go. Whatever. Anyway, maybe that's just going to be too distracting. I don't even know what I'm doing. God damn it. What a bad start. Yeah, it means everything's got to start from scratch. That means every little bit of the stream, which means, you know, when I'm switching over to this coverage here, this streamception video, or if I'm going to there it is, the little screen up there. There it is. The little screen up there. Whatever it is, it's all got to start from scratch, and we're here. Just kind of figuring things out. The whole purpose of doing this stream, doing it today, is, I guess it's a lot for me, to be honest. I've been deeply involved in politics for the last, well, come on, just like a lot of us, for the last 10 damn years, when Donald Trump decided to start screwing with our political system. And I got in deep. I got in really, really heavy for a long time. I mean, I've, wavered in and out and, watched thousands of hours of congressional hearings, learned a lot in the process, a lot about the government, a lot about politics in general, all because some crazy, angry red man, orange guy decided to flip everything on its head and, make a lot of us uncomfortable. I think a lot of us are feeling that way, to be honest. And tomorrow is the deciding day. Tomorrow's election day, when I think no matter what happens, our lives may change drastically, in some way. I think so many of us have gotten just mentally handicapped by all the misinformation, by all the drama online and back and forth, and people standing so steadfastly with what they've been told are their beliefs. I think that this country is just really stressed out, really on edge and tired. I think mostly tired from all of the stress, man. We all know what we've been through. COVID, Trump again, lies, all the crazy shit. And I think we're sick of it. So that's why we're doing the stream. That's why I think tomorrow is just going to be a day to either watch people's relief or watch the world burn, or maybe watch a little of both, or maybe just things stay the same, or they get normal again. Who knows? But it's definitely something to watch. The entire world is watching tomorrow, and I don't know what the best way of participating in tomorrow is, rather than doing it live. We're doing it live. Fucking thing sucks. I guess that's the point. Let's go ahead and play that video, just because we love it so much. Yeah, we still got to work out the kinks of the stream. Lots and lots of kinks here. Sound-wise, microphone-wise, setup-wise. Because we're doing it live. We are doing it friggin' live.
Hate seeing ads? Here's how to get rid of them.
Ads?
Or get
Why
paid
do I have
to see them.
ads?
Do you know how
Am I
much
not
of the
paid
content
for
you see on a
YouTube
daily
Premium?
basis are actually
What's
ads?
wrong with
That's
me?
an ad. That's an ad. Yep, all
All right,
ads.
let's hope the sound's
That's
good.
why Pi will
Let's skip
transform the
that.
way you
You know why?
That's tomorrow. And that is it for us today.
We're doing it live.
Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
Never seen that.
No, there it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I can't read it. There's no words on it.
There's no words on it.
Ready? Sure.
There's no words there to play us out.
He gets on New
What does
York.
that mean? To play us out?
Sting is going to do. It's a video. Sting video.
What is
for credits?
I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it.
Can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
We're doing it live.
No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
Boom. Throw that shit. Take that jacket off. Scream a few more times. God damn it. That's probably one of the best clips, outtakes of the news ever in history.
First guest tonight, Homer and Homer.
Yeah. That's where we're at. I think I need to figure out how I want to do the background music for this stream going forward. I haven't paid for Spotify either. Look at my set. Look at my set. Do you think I paid for anything? Come on, guys. That's why you can go ahead and donate right down below at DenwoodCash on Cash App. If you like. You don't have to. Who cares? Probably not even going to be on that long tonight, so what does it matter? Okay, now stream royalty free. I used to use royalty free music, royalty free instrumental. Let's see. I guess you should be able to look at what I'm doing for this boring shit. Trying to figure out the music. Royalty free music. Which did I used to use? Stream Beats? No. I think that was a company I tried to start. Copyright free. Is that it? Is that the one? Play, you bastard. Whoa. There you go. Smooth Jazz 98.5. All right. Does not sound royalty free to me. That sounds way too good to be royalty free. There's some other things I gotta learn. We gotta find out where the levels are. The music is turned down in my headphones. Is it at the same level on the output? I don't know. I guess we'll learn this after tonight's stream. Bro, that does not sound royalty free. I'm gonna get claimed on this first video. Maestro Chives. What the hell? What is this? Dude, it legit sounds way too good. Alright. Still trying to figure stuff out here. Streamception. Music background. Yeah, you know what? Look at that. Doesn't seem to matter how long I turn down the music. Oh yeah, it goes down on the desktop too. Okay. Still learning. Now, what happens if I play the video again?
Homer and Homer.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's
Well, this
not
is
right
going
on the teleprompter.
frickin'
I don't know what that
swimmingly,
is.
isn't
I've
it?
never seen that.
No, there it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but
Okay.
now I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Ready? Sure.
There's no words there to play us out. What does that mean? To play us out?
On the right screen.
Sting is going to do
Why?
video. Sting video.
Why?
What is?
For credits.
I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In
Yeah.
5,
Jesus.
4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and
Right,
that is
so-
it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it.
I don't know. I don't know what this sounds like right now. I can't tell. A lot of kinks to work out in this here stream. Where was I? Dude, now did I lose my... Okay, all right. Yeah, regular guy here. Just thinking about what's going on. There's a lot to talk about. Is my brain going to be able to do it tonight? Probably not. I guess this is more like another test stream. We're going to come back tomorrow. Tomorrow, watch the coverage. Maybe have some drinks. Fumble through things the way I'm doing it right now. And just kind of watch the world burn, or watch us all come back to true glory as though as we used to be, I guess. But what's going on right now? Let's find out. I think we had two last rallies tonight, didn't we? There was a Donald Trump rally tonight and a Kamala rally. Shall we see if we can find some sort of basic action of what went down tonight? Let's see. I might have to switch over to a different YouTube account. No, he did it in Michigan. Trump does sick act again in last campaign speech. What? All right, one thing I gotta say, these guys, the Midas Touch Network, these guys have been championing the liberal movement for the last 4 years, I think. Initially under the guise of lawyer speak, if you will. These guys were lawyers. They started a YouTube channel, left-leaning, basically used to stick strictly to cases, law cases, the way the government operates within the law, things of that sort. And as Donald Trump got crazier and crazier, they kind of just got lefter and lefter. And until they get to the point to where they just straight up were like, dude, this guy's a psychopath. He's crazy. We don't like him. And this is why. They do still do a lot of their court case stuff. And I do still appreciate their work, although it has skewed so much toward hating Trump. They often do fall into those biases where something he says or does as a misspeak, Trump we're talking about, they will straight up take that and run with it, just like a lot of the liberal media does, where they, he said this is what he means, he wants you all to die. And they've often in recent times jumped on that narrative as well, which, as bad as Trump is and as bad as some of the things he says are, it's really not the best journalistic integrity to jump on those bandwagons, which is why generally I like to follow David Pakman. He's another guy that a lot of right-wingers would say is a crazy leftist, which I don't believe he is. He's much like me. I'm an independent, and he's just a really intelligent guy. He likes to base everything in fact, in sources, and in data-driven ideas, rather than conjecture and randomized feedback loops and talking points. That's what I really appreciate about him. And he often does go on the record, as left as he is and can be, and notates when liberal media has taken the craziest man in politics words out of context. Anyway, my point is I like to watch David Pakman quite frequently. I used to F with the right-wing media for quite some time until it just became so incredibly sensationalized and biased and I mean, it sucks to say they just became the biggest liars on television, and I would like to be open-minded and sit on both sides and listen to both sides, but I can't do it anymore. I can't rightfully sit back and I can't even give them $1 out of my paid cable network or a click or a hit that gives them money in any single way, because it just helps propagate the misinformation. It has just gotten so bad on the right. And I'm not a Democrat. I would say I'm a progressive. I'm an independent. And I can lean whatever way I feel like it on any given day. But I do appreciate honesty, truth, data, evidence. And I shun ignorance and propaganda. And I shun the people that fall for it, because they should be ridiculed. They should be ridiculed into realizing their errors. They should be ridiculed into realizing their ignorance. They should be ridiculed into making changes, learning skills like critical thinking. I mean, that's a harsh belief of mine, but anyway, that's where I stand with the current day media, and which is why I have been falling into these kind of liberal traps and watching a lot of the Midas Touch Network, which leans real hard. The thing is, they're just not wrong. They're just not wrong. Anyway, let's see their perspective of what happened at Donald Trump's last rally tonight.
Yeah, he's doing it with the microphone again. This is Donald Trump's final.
Donald Trump is blow-jobbing the microphone again? Is that what's happened? Oh my, oh my, oh my. Boom.
Speech of the campaign. It's in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And if you want the context of why he's doing that with the microphone once again, well, he was talking about Nancy Pelosi, and he called her the B word in this speech, and then he proceeded to go to the microphone and do what you saw. I'll give you the full video here. Play this clip.
Person. Evil. She's an evil, sick, crazy bitch. Oh, no. It starts with a B, but I won't say it. I want to say it. I want to say.
Then, after calling Nancy Pelosi the B word, he then says that Adam Schiff is a pencil neck. Here, play this clip.
No, but these are bad people. These are bad. Adam Shifty Schiff.
You know, that's one thing I'm going to be happy to be over. I'm sitting on the side that I think Trump loses tomorrow. I'm going to say that right now, and I think he's going to lose worse than anyone expected. I think he's going to lose states that no one ever thought would flip. I think there's a lot of people out there right now, a lot of people with identity issues that their friends, their coteries, their friend groups have latched on to Republicanism, which has latched on so tight to this orange man that it's become a part of their identity. So much so that even the people that can recognize how awful he is and how crazy he is and how unhinged he is can't tell their friends. And they probably still, in a way, think he's cool and laugh at him. But behind closed doors, I think a lot of people are like, dude, I just want to stop I just want to stop dealing and thinking about politics and seeing this guy's face every day and hearing about it everywhere I go and everybody hating each other and talking shit. I just want it to be over. And I think a lot of these people, despite having their massively Republican Trump supporting friend groups, are gonna secretly cast ballots the other direction just to get this dude out of here.
I call him Pencil Neck.
Anyway, and I was about to say, I can't wait till the stupid names are over. You know, I want my politics to be boring again. I want it to be so damn boring that I don't even want to make a stream. I don't want to make a video. I don't want to watch a political video. That's how I start every day. How I've begun every day for the last 4 years, probably, if not more, is turning on my phone the minute I wake up and watching political videos because of the fear for my country and where we are headed and all the awful things that have happened just in the last 4 years. I just can't wait for that to be over.
He's got the smallest neck I've ever seen. He's got about a 4. And he's got the biggest head. So I don't know how the neck can hold the head. He's an unattractive guy, both inside and out. And this guy can end up being a senator, but don't worry, we've been beating him for 8 years. We've been beating these people. We've been beating them. They impeach me, we win. They send me down the Records Act, and we won in Florida.
Then Donald Trump refers to American generals. He says, our generals are terrible. They are losers. They are dumb as a rock, referring to our military generals. Play this clip.
It's done in a matter of weeks. When our stupid generals, our terrible generals, the guys up top like Milley, like...
Listen to this guy. Listen to this guy talk shit on our infrastructure. The craziest thing is military generals tend to be Republican. Like, overall, there's not a whole lot of left-wing generals. You don't make it that far into the military and have hippie-esque ideals. You know, you've got to be a pretty stern, tough, regimented, strict, conservative dude to even get that far. And here's this guy just sowing doubt in every piece of our country, our system. And the whole purpose of that is to keep us fighting, to keep people thinking that we need him. That everything is so bad that we need one man. That's the purpose of this. And the fact of the matter is, he's the last thing we need. It sounds great to have an anti-establishment, if you will, candidate, but that's not him. He's not an anti-establishment candidate. He is the establishment of himself and the richest of the rich people in the country. He is more for that establishment, which is more establishment than we have now, than he is anti-establishment. And that's what I don't think people understand. He's not bucking the system for our benefit. He's bucking the system for the oligarchs, for the rich, which is exactly why you've got Elon Musk completely selling out his morals and his beliefs to jump on this really, really ignorant ride. Anyway, let's go.
Kelly, real losers. Kelly was dumb as a rock. I'll never do that again. I say, give me a letter of resignation. Yes, sir. I'd like.
By the way, about an hour into this speech, around, again, 12:30 a.m., 12:40 a.m., people started leaving. It was a fairly half-empty crowd. Just so you see what the crowd looks like here, take a look at the audience.
I didn't hear that. No, I'm never going to fight on it. So when you hear that stuff, don't ever go against the odds. Thank you very much. God bless.
It's an empty
Then
crowd.
Donald Trump says that
his
the
last
word
speech.
groceries is a interesting word, and he says it's kind of an old-fashioned term, the word groceries, and he says people don't use the word groceries much anymore. Play this clip.
Like people say groceries, right? I haven't used that. Such a sort of an old term. They say my groceries are so much more. I haven't, the term is just like an old term, and it's a beautiful, but they say about my groceries were so expensive.
What the hell is he talking about?
Then he tells this bizarre story about Abraham Lincoln's son. And Abraham Lincoln's son actually died 6 years after Abraham Lincoln. I have no clue what Donald Trump is talking about here. Here, play this clip.
Got to the White House. I was standing right outside and then inside the Lincoln bedroom. The bedroom of Abraham Lincoln, his wife, his son, Tad, who died actually as a very young boy, very young. It was a very rough time for them. They were suffering tremendous melancholia. You know, they called it, they were melancholia, they called it, not depression.
Then Donald Trump believes that he's in Detroit when he's actually in Grand Rapids. Here, play this clip.
They want with no tariffs.
Jesus.
Let them know we'd love to have their investment. They're going to build it right here in Detroit, or at a minimum, they're going to build it someplace in the United States. And they won't.
Just so you see the map of where Grand Rapids is, it's about a 2-hour and 26-minute drive from Detroit. It's not in Detroit. Then Donald Trump says, I like to brand. I brand things. So I call people Pocahontas. I do lots of branding. Here, play this clip.
Press. I hope you put it in. Isn't that a beautiful phrase? The golden age. I like to brand things like I brand Pocahontas. And,
oh my God.
I do a lot of branding. I'm one of the great.
You know what I feel awful for? I don't know if you can see that little girl in that gold dress down to the bottom left. That girl right there. It's really sad to me. Man, I got to get another monitor so I can do this a little better. It's really, really freaking sad to me. I got to make that bigger too. Jeez, what am I doing? Let's bring that out a bit. Is that what I want? Is that what I want? Still working things out, folks. Still working things out. It's really sad to me that there are little kids that are being involved in this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, this little girl right here behind Donald Trump on TV is at a rally being forced to support a man, being forced by her parents, being forced to be on TV. Most likely you're pressured into it. You know, I mean, the girl didn't choose this stuff. Just as she also didn't choose to lose rights that she's not going to have likely when she needs them due to those extreme Supreme Court justices that Donald Trump put in place to do his bidding. This girl is unintentionally supporting the loss of her own rights. She's unintentionally supporting the misogyny and bigotry that comes with a Trump campaign, with Trump's speeches, with Trump's words and his actions, man. Little girl being forced to look up to and idolize a man who speaks about women, which someday she will become, as like such low creatures that you can just take and do whatever you want with. I feel so bad for the kids. I feel like a lot of them are going to hate their parents. I feel like a lot of them are going to grow up and realize what the hell kind of crazy cult their parents put them in and made them a part of, and how poorly it affected our country and the people in this country. And I feel like those kids are going to grow up to be ashamed of their parents, you know, and angry for being forced to be a part of this ugly shit, you know. I don't know.
Greatest branders in the world. A lot of them were Republicans, but they're all now friends of mine, so I can't talk. Some of my greatest branding was on the Republicans during the primaries, but they're all friends of mine, most of them. Some of them, yeah, most of them are. Most of them are, but you know, I don't talk about that. Once the battle is over, I take those words, I put them away permanently in some cases. On occasion, I'll bring them back out. But just a few months ago,
then he goes on and does this bizarre rant about Hillary Clinton. Play the clip.
But don't believe it. Don't believe it. Go out and vote. Remember the story of Hillary. Just remember, that's why I tell you the story. She was in bad shape when she called me up that night. And by the way, she called up and conceded and then spent 7 years on saying how she was a good sport. Oh, she's a lovely person, Crooked Hillary.
Then he claims that Vice President Kamala Harris has no enthusiasm, and no enthusiasm in her crowd in Philadelphia. Play this clip.
They have no enthusiasm. She had a rally today. She couldn't have had more than 100 people there.
Jesus Christ, man. I mean, just the straight up lies. I mean, we've already seen in this video how half of that auditorium was empty, like completely empty. This is his last rally. I mean, we know Donald Trump can fill Madison Square Garden, which holds under 20,000 people, by the way, and it's one of the bigger auditoriums he's filled in the last few months. He's definitely not filled an entire stadium, but he can put asses in seats. So you would think that he would have been able to, his organizers, his team, his people would have been able to put something together to go out with such a big bang, to really compete. But it almost feels like he's given up at this point. Why wasn't Madison Square Garden the last night before the election, or yesterday even? What's going on here? Kamala Harris has filled up stadiums recently. She spoke at the Ellipse in front of the Capitol to about 100,000 people, actual people, not like, Donald Trump's version of what 100,000 people looks like actually 100,000 people. And he's having trouble filling up. I don't know. I think he's got 5,000 people there probably at this particular rally. Part of me thinks he's kind of throwing it at the end of the game. Like, I know he's setting everything up so that tomorrow can be his day to claim early victory. He's been saying that they're going to win by a landslide for months now. This is all preparation to say that the election was stolen. Again, he did this in his first election, the very first time him against Hillary. He prepped in his speeches and his rallies from a month out before the election, something like that, about how if he doesn't win, it's rigged. It's because the system is rigged. The system is rigged. The votes are rigged. They're cheating on the votes. Blah, 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 blah. But he won, right? He set that whole thing up in case he didn't win, but he won. And then the next election, he did the same thing, except it was right from the beginning of his rallies and his campaigning. It was like, they're going to steal the election if I lose. They're going to steal the election. If I lose, it's stolen. And he lost. And then he spent the next 4 years, the last 4 years, talking about how it was stolen when there's absolutely no evidence that it was stolen at all. 64 court cases saying there was no evidence of any wrongdoing here. Fox News gets sued for $700 billion for defamation, all this shit, whatever. And here he is prepping for the same exact thing, the same game plan that we've seen so many times already. Yet the right-wing public just so happens to either dismiss or not care about. And he's doing it up until the last day. And it just feels like he's throwing the ball game. He's giving microphones blowjobs, He's cursing in front of children, which is kind of probably, in my opinion, the most shameful thing he does. And how many times has he done it at this point is just beyond me. Giving a real ugly role model for these kids growing up. And watching their parents idolize him even worse. These are not going to be good people if they stick with the parents. Anyway, back off from that tangent. It just feels like he's throwing the ball game. I got a theory. I can mention this tomorrow. I probably will a few more times. I think in the last 6 months, 4 months, I honestly think Donald Trump has been not giving a shit on purpose and kind of trying to lose the election. I'm not the biggest conspiracy theorist in the world. I really do like evidence. I really do like data. But some things just don't make sense. He's got enough people. He's got enough handlers. And he has held himself back in certain interviews and not said extremely stupid things and done stupid things. But now he's on stage giving microphone blowjobs, doing his jerk off dance as many times as he can, standing on stage for 45 minutes while music plays instead of doing an interview, like really weird, like crazy shit, driving around in a garbage truck, like this is weird, crazy shit. He's just throwing money around, all of his election money, throwing it around anywhere he can to do the most ridiculous crap he can. I think he's doing it to lose, almost. I think he's at this point to where he's like, I'm going to do whatever I want. I don't care. I'm going to be crazy. I'm going to be weird because the people like it. And if I win, awesome. But I think there might be a secret back deal. I think there might be a backdoor deal where Trump has maybe spoken with Harris's people and said, hey, I'm gonna be crazy and just try and blow this thing. If I can blow this thing bad enough without completely setting off my people and getting them to assume and think that I'm throwing the ball game, maybe you guys will give me a pardon. Like, I'll do my best to lose this election without anybody knowing, if you guys can keep me out of jail. I feel like we're going to see that. I feel like, because some of this just doesn't make any sense. And whether I'm correct or not, I kind of think it's going to happen anyway. I think we'll see Trump lose. I think we'll see the courts go after him for all the stuff that he deserves. He deserves to be convicted for the documents case, which, if you're not completely brainwashed, you would be able to see and realize how unreasonable that situation was on Trump's side by keeping the documents after being asked for them back over and over and over and over and over, and just defying the FBI and the government. It was illegal, among many of the other illegal things he's done. Whatever, the point is, I think we're going to see him convicted. I think we're going to see the justice system go after him hard. I think we're going to see them convict him for the next 200 years or some shit, something crazy, after they add up all the charges that he's going to receive. I think it's going to break him down a lot. And then I think you're going to see Harris at the end of the whole thing giving him a pardon. And maybe even some sort of potential pardon with stipulations, I could be wrong. He could get a full pardon. I would hope not. I would hope that he has some penance to pay for all of the awful things he's done and said, the damage he's caused. And we can go over a lot of that later. I personally believe Donald Trump is responsible for more American deaths than we've seen in this country since the Civil War. I know that sounds crazy, but there's a lot of reasoning for it. And everywhere he goes, death, destruction, and chaos follows. Anyway, he doesn't deserve freedom. He doesn't deserve a handout. He doesn't deserve anything good for the rest of his life. He's been an awful human being. He really has. But I think she'll do the honorable thing. And if she does do that, I hope there's some sort of caveats they can put in place, some sort of exceptions. I hope they if they allow that, I hope that it is very much stated that if he goes back to his old lies, propaganda, harming of the country the way he has with all these lies, public lies, that they're going to rescind the pardon, if that's even possible. I hope that he's not allowed to leave the country. Maybe only allow him to go to very specific countries, our allies, if you will. We don't want this man, after all that he's done, to be running off to places like Russia and colluding and doing whatever crazy shit he could do if he's given a pardon. And I don't think the man should be allowed to continue his business ventures. He has screwed so many people at this point. He's got enough money. I think he should pay off a lot of the damages. I think his name should be destroyed in the annals of history. But if he gets a pardon, I hope there are conditions. That's my point. Whether what I believe or not is another thing. I'm empathetic enough to say that I wouldn't want to watch anyone suffer. And as horrible as a man as he is, watching him rot in prison, at his age, I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't think anybody's going to allow that to happen. But I wouldn't want to see that either, as much as I despise the man. I just would like to see him live out the rest of his life in payment for all the damage he's caused. And I would hope that his surrogates, his followers, his sycophants and zealots, I hope that they would all learn a lesson as well. That the people under him would kind of fall out of the political spotlight and allow the country to heal. Anyway, I'm going off way too many thoughts here, just based on these short clips. And, talking to one person, potentially. It might even be me, the only viewer that I have. Those are my thoughts. Let's check out the rest of this video.
And I had all 4 stadiums were full, but she had a rally, and she was screaming, "We're going to win, we're going to win." And they wouldn't follow her. They wouldn't say it.
Well, just so you see, there was over 50,000 people at Vice President Kamala Harris's final speech in Philadelphia. Take a look at these photos so you can see for yourself. In contrast to whatever that is that I showed you Donald Trump was doing, Vice President Kamala Harris in front of 50,000 plus people was talking about the Affordable Care Act, protecting people with pre-existing conditions, and policies that actually matter to the American people. Here, play this clip.
And to anyone out there watching this while we're here, who still is trying to get rid of the Affordable Care Act and take us back to the days when insurance companies could deny people with pre-existing conditions, well, Philly, you know what I'm about to say. We are not going back. We are not going back.
One thing she's done well, is utilize the taglines that Donald Trump has popularized. She has gone in fully branded with multiple repeatable 3-word taglines, which is exactly how you get people to join in a chant, feeling the togetherness, a lot more so than Donald Trump has done. Donald Trump's kind of crowd-inducing devices have always generally been more on the negative side, whereas hers are bringing a sense of togetherness. It's pretty smart what she's doing, I think.
Vice President Kamala Harris then says, "Are you ready to have your voices heard?" Play this clip.
So tonight I ask you one last time, are you ready to make your voices heard? Do we believe it?
She asks questions. That's another really genius tactic that she utilizes. The relief that she gives to the crowd by utilizing happiness instead of these just really awful and ugly sermons that Donald Trump gives. Her taking the approach of being the exact opposite, talking about how great we are, how proud we are, and how happy we can be. It's a really, really, really smart way of being anti-Trump. And as I was just saying, asking her audience questions. Something Donald Trump has never done. He doesn't involve the crowd. He tells them what to believe. He gives them false information. He tells them how bad things are, and he tells them that he is the only one that can help them. This idea of her asking questions to her audience, it's another node of participation. Getting them their 3-word chants. That those are just so memorable. Not going back. We're not going back. Among the other ones she has. And then, are we going to do this? Yeah. Like, she's treating this like a concert in a way. When you go to a musical event or a sporting event even, they constantly allow the crowd to participate. Nowadays, they give light bracelets for everybody in the crowd, and so the crowd gets to be part of the show, always asking questions. You know, even the singer, "How are you doing, Chicago?" And everybody's like, "Yeah." You know, it brings them together. It brings you together with the person on stage, whereas Donald Trump just speaks at you and tells you what you need and what you want and what you're gonna get and what you're not gonna get. You know, it's not entertaining. It doesn't bring people together, and she's doing a really good job at that. I'm proud of her as our next potential president. Yeah, it just feels so much better.
In freedom. Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America? And are we ready to fight for it?
And when we fight, we win.
God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
These aren't even...
Then she talks about the promise of America.
I really got to figure out a better way to do this. These aren't even like brilliant words by any means, you know. And when we fight, we win. It's cheesy. It's cheesy. I feel like those particular callbacks could be a little better written. It just sounds cheesy, but it works. When she's doing her speeches and she says that dumbass line, and when we fight, it makes me want to say we win, even though it sounds lame. It's a smart tactic. I don't particularly like that callback as much as not going back. Not going back is genius branding and marketing. Because Donald Trump is make America great again. It's all about the past and how we were better before and we are shitty now. And hers is, we're not going back there. We're going forward. We're getting better. We're getting stronger. It's such a better message overall. Whether people believe she's going to be a bad president or not, her messaging says it all. She's good at it. And honestly, a lot of people believe the president's just a puppet anyway. That's the message we want. That's the message we need. Out of the two people, it's the best one we got.
America, play the clip.
I have lived the promise of America. And today, I see the promise of America in everyone who is here. In all of you. We are the promise of America. We are the promise of America. I see its promise in the fathers and the mothers and the grandparents across our nation who work so hard every day for our children's future. I see it in the women who refuse to accept a future without reproductive freedom, and in the men who support them. I see it in people of all ages who have knocked on doors, made calls, sent texts, and who will spend tomorrow driving their fellow Americans to the polls.
Do you see those people in the back? Do you see the people in the back of the screen at this Kamala rally? I don't know if you noticed that. Her people are engaged. They're holding their signs. They're standing up. They're cheering along. There's a lot more going into this than you think. Maybe I'll go back to the other screen. There's a lot more going into this than you think. If you look back at the Donald Trump portions, little girl there, bored. Her dad sitting down, holding her. People just kind of standing there at some point, sitting through a lot of it, not really excited, involved, paying attention. They're just they're the camera people. They're the extras. I don't know if you know this, but all those people set up in the back, they're hand-picked upon entering, and they're told, hey, here's a sign, here's a hat, here's a sign, here's a hat. We need you to be happy. We need you to cheer and clap and be good looking for television. They do that. I guarantee they do that with Kamala's rallies too. It's just part of TV in general. But you can see a massive difference. Whether or not they're extras and they're told to cheer and wear these clothes and hold these signs, there's still an energy that's different, right? You can't have a person at a boring rally that's an extra that's been told to be exciting and happy, be out of place and freaking out, right? The person is going to be, he's going to carry the energy that the entire building is carrying, no matter what he's been told, or else it would be out of place, you know. And all the people around him are going to carry that energy as well. They can still be attentive, they can be happy, they can be looking toward Donald Trump as though they're listening, but they're not engaged and excited, right? Like this Kamala rally right here, these people probably told how to act and react, but they are engaged. They're standing up. They are reacting to the energy in the scene, in the moment, in the crowd. And you can just visibly, even though they're faded in the background, you can tell they are way more excited to be there, just strictly due to the energy that's present. It's a massive difference. Look at that. Look at that.
I see it in
Holding up their
Republicans
signs, shaking their signs
who
around.
have never voted for a Democrat before.
There's another thing about this as well, as far as the energy goes. Like, this is exactly why it's smarter for her to go in with a mostly prepared speech, with her call back and responses, whatever, call and responses, her phrases, her chants. Get in there, hit the points, get people excited, throw on that music, ask the people how they feel, talk to the crowd, have them chant back, get them engaged, get in and out there and out of there in 30 minutes, off the stage, boom, everybody leaves feeling better, happy, and excited. Not to mention, I mean, obviously there's before and after the Kamala speech, there's usually music. A lot of times she's had famous people come up and talk and give speeches, shorter speeches. That gives the bang for the buck. That keeps the people engaged. That keeps them excited. That gives them the energy that you see on the screen. Even the people that in the back were told, hey, we want you to act happy. They don't even need to pretend, because the whole place is lit up. That's the difference here. And Trump brags about how he can talk for hours and hours and hours at his rallies and that he's a genius, so he could just talk. No, dude, the guy just doesn't want to read a damn script. He also doesn't have many policies to talk about. He doesn't have a lot of good things to say about the future or the country or anything. And so he just chooses to go on his rants, and he thinks it's smart. And then he rants about the most ridiculous, just insignificant shit as some sort of gauge as to how smart he is that he can talk for 2 hours. The thing is, people get bored. It's not exciting. There's not a lot of change ever. Where we live in a society nowadays, what is it? I can't remember the name of it. It's like where in television shows they need 1,000 times more cuts and edits and screen changes to keep our attention. It's the same way in real life. If you're sitting there staring at Donald Trump for 2 hours and he's talking about fucking garbage, you're going to tune out, even if you're one of the background extras, in the back of the screen. You're going to tune out. It's going to get boring. You're not going to want to stay there all day. You're going to want to get out of here. You definitely don't want to hear him talk for 2 freaking hours straight. Kamala is a genius for the way she's handling this whole thing. It's like a concert. It's performative. It's a show. You have a good message, a positive message. You leave the people feeling good when they leave the event, and it changes you. It changes your mentality. It changes how you feel. I guarantee people that are leaving Donald Trump rallies have more anxiety than when they entered. Their lives are completely being taken over by how they think this whole world is going to shit. They think about it every single day. And meanwhile, in real life, the people that aren't falling for that Trump shit, we're actually having the same exact stress, because we're worried every single day that Donald Trump and the Donald Trump people are going to ruin the country and destroy everything that we have. It's having the same effect on all of us. But you go to one Kamala rally, you watch one Kamala rally, boom, concert style, call and response, engaging, entertaining, happy, joyous. You probably leave there losing all of that stress that the stupid orange guy has been giving us for all this damn time. there's just a lot going on there, and it's exciting. I'm really hopeful for tomorrow. Let's finish this video, and we're gonna cut the night short. I mean, we're already at an hour of streaming with a lot of errors and mistakes, and I've just started to get my gift of gab going. And I think I do still need to spend some time tomorrow, kind of figuring out the the streamception nooks and crannies of this thing. For instance, well, I guess you're watching, you can kind of see what I'm doing. If I could get this screen off of the screen, and if I can get this mixer to be just a small widget in the corner, and then my little channel changes to be a small widget in the corner, that would be nice. I'm sure there's a way of doing it. I would have to set that up tomorrow, because it would be a lot better to not have to go in and out of this, and then it'd be easy to just change scenes like this whenever I need it. Boom, 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 boom. Without disrupting what we're watching or what we're doing. So I must have the worst ADD on the planet because I just keep going on tangents. Let's finish this video.
But who put the Constitution of the United States above party. And I see the promise of America in all the young leaders who are voting for the very first time. Where are you? I know you're here. I know you're here.
God, it just feels so much better
who are determined
than all
to
the
live
negative
free
shit
from gun violence, who are determined to tackle the climate crisis, who are ready to shape the world you inherit. To you in particular, I say, I see your power, and I am so proud of you. Can we all applaud our first-time voters?
On the other hand, Donald Trump tells the Grand Rapids audience, if I lose, I will blame you. Here, play the clip.
In other words, to make you feel a little guilty, we would only have you to blame. But we put ourselves in an unusual position.
He says the word transgender, so the crowd boos. Play the clip.
You to blame.
When
I can't believe that.
you have open borders.
Look, I just want to give this caveat here. I know we're watching a video of I wouldn't call this sensationalized editing here. These guys are playing the clips that make Donald Trump look the worst and make Kamala look the best. However, Kamala's rallies, there's almost no bad going on there. A couple times tripping over words. She's so careful and confident. She's not making errors by saying stupid shit and holding grudges and calling people names. She's not doing that. And that's all this guy does. I completely forgot my point. Whatever.
Transgender everything, high taxes, very high taxes. They're campaigning on the fact that they're going to raise everybody's taxes. And you have men playing in women's sports.
Not happening. There's like 2 cases of that happening across the whole country ever. And like that's something that the schools can deal with and the cities can deal with. It's not even an issue. I hate that people are using that as an issue. It's again more identity politics that the right has fallen for hook, line, and sinker. I wish a lot more of them have graduated college.
You have to cheat. Who the hell is going to approve that stuff? Who's going to
tell some strange story about if you make a slip and you give a beautiful speech, people will clip it. Play this clip.
That's a lot of rallies, and and remember, if you make one slip up, and I'm a person, as you probably noticed, I have this beautiful speech. I haven't really even gotten to it yet. One of these moments, I'll start giving you some beautiful things to listen to, and honestly, some terrible things to listen to. Terrible. What's happened, what they've done to our country is horrible. Horrible. And by the way, don't you like a president that doesn't need to use a teleprompter?
So stupid. I'm so sick of that. They're probably going to mention that on this video. He so often talks about not using a teleprompter when half of his speech is teleprompter. And then the parts that aren't on the teleprompter, when he goes off of it, are the shit about Hannibal Lecter and giving blowjobs to microphones and awful, horrible, harmful things. Dogs and cats, obviously. That's when he's off teleprompter. It's such a stupid thing to keep saying. Oh, but he is the smartest guy in the world, and he will tell you that over and over.
Then he does this weird thing where he's like, "You're fired, Vice President Kamala Harris. You're fired." Here, play this clip.
Smartest people in the world. We don't want you negotiating nuclear deals because you don't know what the word nuclear means. Kamala, you're fired. Get the hell out of here.
The whole thing was so weird. So Donald Trump made the crowd wait until after 12:30 a.m., for his speech. And before the speech, what they were watching there, so Vice President Kamala Harris had like Oprah and Lady Gaga and lots of incredible surrogates there. Donald Trump at this event in Grand Rapids, he showed on the Jumbotron on loop videos of himself from WrestleMania. And you can see right there the WrestleMania videos from WrestleMania 23. Just the
You know what? That picture reminded me of something. How much time do we have left on this video? Okay, we got about a minute. Okay. That reminded me of something. That reminded me of something that I really need to get off my chest. Donald Trump has been such an awful human being. And there are certain people, certain influential people that have supported him throughout all of the nastiness, and some that just jumped on the bandwagon. And these people, they don't deserve our votes anymore either, aka our dollars. There are people like, and this is going to be a hard sell, because so many people enjoy and utilize the products from these people. But there are people like Elon Musk. Like, after this is all over, the fact that he's been utilizing this lottery, this workaround to basically pay people to vote, essentially, giving away $1 million a day. This is underhanded shit. We all know Elon Musk has a lot of issues that Trump can fix, and that his businesses are going to go under without more subsidies. And that's why he's doing this. He's sold himself out completely. He doesn't deserve our money anymore. Supporting this fascist, trying to manipulate the nation, using Twitter to spread disinformation so consistently and put it under the guise of free speech. These are unacceptable things. Elon Musk needs to be boycotted when this thing is all over. That man needs to go down. You know what? There's questions that come into play here. If he were to go down, if Elon Musk were to lose everything, what do we do with, obviously Tesla, their cars. A lot of car companies have gone out of business. Whatever. Not a big deal. But things like Starlink. There's a dome of satellites now orbiting our planet that are giving internet to a lot of people. I feel like Elon Musk needs to go down, needs to get bankrupted, and get shunned out of our country. I say that about all the people that I feel have wronged us. And the government. The government would easily just buy or take over Starlink and continue to run it as it is, giving internet to people in rural areas. I think that's like the best thing moving forward, because some freaking self-described villain should not have control over the internet that millions of people utilize. There's one billionaire has control over all of this internet access. That's unbelievable. I don't think it's right. I know that's the way a lot of cable companies work. But to be able to turn on and off countries at will, like he was, able to give internet to countries like Ukraine during the war, and he has the power to shut it off. And that's too much power. Anyway, boycott Elon Musk, boycott Twitter, boycott Tesla, boycott the people that have wronged our country. Because when we move forward from this Trump shit, people that were on his team need to be remembered. I said that too about people like Dana White from UFC. I'm a big UFC lover. I've loved UFC since UFC 1, before Dana White was even involved. I ordered UFC 1 with my father, UFC 1 through 3. I think we missed like 4 and 5 and then jumped back on later. But I've been a UFC fan since the beginning. And watching Dana White promote Donald Trump by bringing him to all his big UFC events, putting him right up front, getting people to stand up and cheer for him. I thought it was ugly and wrong. And the reason I think that is because there's only one reason Dana White should have done that. And it's because a lot of UFC fans tend to swing a little bit to the right, which is fine. There's a lot of us on the left too. A lot of tough guys on the left, whether you like it or not. But also because, you know what an extra 10% tax cut means for Dana White? That's like an extra $100 million in his pocket. That's what that is. Hell yeah, he wants Trump to win. Trump wins, boom. That's $100 million in my pocket. Doesn't matter how rich you are. A lot of rich people have a lot of their money buried within the business. Their actual net worth is what the company could sell for. So if you could just throw $100 million in your pocket, no matter how rich you are, you're like, bro, that's a yacht. That's a couple of yachts. That's a couple of yachts and 20 more houses, whatever it is. You're not gonna throw that money away. But these people should love this country enough to not choose $100 million and fascism over paying your taxes and having a good, solid country that was founded on freedom and equality and the rule of law. So people like him, Dana White, needs to be boycotted. There are a lot of other good mixed martial arts companies out there. We need to start promoting those guys. F the UFC, F Elon Musk. You know, support the dudes that were there on the right side of history. You know, billionaires suck to begin with. But look at Mark Cuban. He's been a good dude this whole time. He was a friend of Trump. He saw how shitty he became, how ugly he became and fascist, how hateful and divisive he became, and separated that friendship and started speaking against him. Even though billionaires aren't necessarily good for us, at least some of them are willing to understand what this nation is, what it means, and how lucky they are to be a part of it. Woo! We'll go into that a little deeper in another time on another video. I do think if we can make it through this Trump era, get rid of him once and for all, I truly believe there's a lot of successful Trump supporters that need to pay the price. I mean, come on, why is Mike Pillow still doing? How the hell is he even in business still doing commercials? Mike Pillow, dude, the My Pillow guy, come on. That guy's lost his entire fortune somehow, and he's still somehow able to sell things. It blows my mind. I don't know. Whatever. Finish the video.
Again, this kind of violent imagery over and over again. Well, there you have it, folks. I don't know how I can make a more compelling case to you or for you. So just do me this favor. If you have anyone who's still undecided in your life, anybody who's still on the fence, right now, message them this video. Send them this video. Show them the threat. Show them the danger that Donald Trump poses. Show them the contrast that I just showed you. And please ask them to vote and to do the right thing. And put in the comments how you've used this video to help get out the vote. I'd love to hear your stories. I'd also love to hear stories from Republicans, former Trump voters, also independents who will be voting for Vice President Kamala Harris, or people voting Democrat or blue, or for Vice President, or for a Democratic candidate for the first time. Let me know in the comments below that as well. Thanks for watching. It's been an honor to be by your side throughout this process, and God bless our troops and God bless America.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up.
God bless our troops and God bless America thing's a bit much. I mean, it's great. It's great to say that. I feel like that's like something that the right wingers were doing a lot, like, because they is fascist supporting as they've like co-opted, is that the right word? Those kind of American phrases. God bless the United States of America and God bless the troops. They've kind of taken ownership over that for a long time, just like, being the most America you can be. That's Republican stuff. I think the left has done a lot of that, leaning lately, trying to be more centrist and incorporate some of those people in the middle that are very America by utilizing and repeating those words. And to be honest, the left has become far more American than the right has in the last handful of years. So I guess they deserve it if they want to use those sentiments and statements. But that's it for me tonight. Yeah, it's been a mess. Maybe before I go live tomorrow, or while I'm live tomorrow, gotta figure out some of these kinks. I don't know if I can get another monitor up here, or a better way to kind of function between the screen settings, without being distracting. Better way to manipulate the music without screwing it up. Anyway, it's been good. All you one viewers out there, thanks for watching The Good Truth. I don't know how long we're going to keep this up, if we're going to keep streaming, if we're going to make videos. It's just kind of what I feel like doing right now. Having a lot to say and having a lot going on in the world. So, if you don't mind, if you're there on Twitch, if you're there on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. If there are numbers here, then we'll continue forward. And I got the studio. I got a lot more building to do. So give me the money. Give me some money so I can fix this place. I'm just kidding. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow's going to be the craziest day in recent American history. And I'm a little excited to see how it goes. I'm going to be very, very upset if it goes poorly. I might drink a lot of beer if it goes bad. I might drink a lot of beer if it goes well. Who knows? But it's going to be one of the most watched days in history. Wow. All right. Good night, everyone.